all the Sugar Sean. I'm back for another video. I'm super excited about today's video because I have an update from my last letter, which is rare for me. So huge shout out to the writer of the letter for actually sending me an update. You guys are definitely going to be interested in this. So before I get into it, in case you guys don't know it, I'm a life and dating coach and the author of 3 books. The first one's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book, Breaking the Man Code, The Key to Unlocking His Heart. And my third book, Getting Unstuck, How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. They're all available on Amazon, Kindle, BarnesandNoble.com. If you want to work with me as your personal life and dating coach, or if you'd like to submit a letter for a chance to possibly have it featured in an upcoming video, send me an email to itscoachshawn@gmail.com. That's itscoachshawn, SHAWN @gmail.com. So I'm not going to get into every single detail of her letter, but I'll definitely link it on the screen so you guys can check it out so you know exactly what's going on. I'm going to give a brief synopsis though. She was basically saying that, you know, she got with this guy and she ended up pregnant, and he ended up impregnating another woman at the same time. She called them hood twins because her child and his other child are only about 3.5 months apart. And so, you know, she doesn't want to be with him or anything like that, but she's saying that he wanted to possibly take her to court for 50-50 custody. He threatened to do that when she wanted to move. That was his way of trying to force her to stay where she didn't want to be. So she didn't know what she should do in that situation. So, you know, he definitely was a deadbeat. She said that she felt like she almost felt like she was paying him to watch his own child. He wouldn't even buy onesies for the child. He had a luxury car and went on vacation and had money for everything except his own child. And she was like, she wanted to leave and move to be closer to her family, where she actually had support. Now here's a little bit of the advice that I gave her in the last video. I wouldn't put my life on hold for an irresponsible, indecisive man like this. If you want to move to be closer to your family, your support system, that's exactly what I would do. You're worried about, like, you know, what if he does this and what if he asks for 50-50? If I were you, I would leave town while I could before all of that. He's only doing this to manipulate you. Like you said, he told you that your child will never have a stepfather, but he doesn't care what the other woman does. Like, who is he to tell you how you can move on, who you can move on with, what kind of life you can live? I feel like he is using the child as a pawn to control you. What he likes about you is you're not malleable like these other girls. When he cheated on you, you cut him off completely. You have not let him get back in your heart, get back in your bed. You don't even want him back in your home. He likes the fact that you're running. He sees you as a chase, because normally with his gift of gab and his ability to be a ladies' man, he can only get who he wants, when he wants, how he wants, but you're the only one who's resisted. This isn't even about you, in my opinion. This is about his ego. As soon as you give in and be like, you know what? Yes, I will take you back. That's when he'll be like, good, because I knew it wasn't me. He's not above using women to get what he wants. He'll use A to provide for B. Now he's looking for a C to provide for B. Like, that's all he's trying to do. He uses women. He manipulates women. He only cared about it when you were going to leave. He feels like he can't have his claws in you if you're in another state and you're a little bit too far away. He wants you close so he can try to wear you down. He can slowly start to, you know, like he said, asking you to lunch. You said no now, but in a couple of years or a couple of months, he's hoping that you'll stay around and that he can keep working on you and that he can get something from you. It's been a game to him from the very beginning. All right, so now without any further ado, let's go get him. Again. Hi, Coach Sean. I appreciate your feedback on my letter. Honestly, I don't think I would have made it through my pregnancy emotionally without watching your videos, amongst others. Yes, I'm late, and I wish I would have found you sooner. I probably wouldn't have been in this mess. I definitely went through a phase of disappointment in myself, but I got myself together and rolled with the punches. Just to clear up a few things, the other woman was already pregnant when he first asked me if the kids could play together. He tried to get her to terminate as well, but not as extreme as in my case. I met him in my early 20s, almost done with college, and I bought my house in my mid-20s. Hence the ignorance/inexperience, but I do not make any excuses for my stupidity in this matter due to my age. Everyone is now in their 30s except for me. So much has happened since writing the first letter, but I'll keep it short. I did officially decide to move, happening in a couple of weeks. I gave him a heads up months ago, but he's taking it as a warning more than something that's actually going to happen. Not only am I moving because I want to, but because I can no longer afford to live where I am because I'm paying a childcare bill that is more than my mortgage. I did ask for help, of course, but he said he couldn't afford it. And he questioned the little money that he does provide now, saying that I'm taking away money from his other child. Sir, you decided to impregnate 2 women at first, so you better figure it out. Okay? Anyway, so he found himself unable to afford housing on his own, so he has since moved in with the other woman. Now he has everything he needs for our baby. The only thing is I don't think they have 2 cribs. But after all I told her, I knew she would go back to him because she was practically waiting for him to come back around. He's living in a luxury apartment, probably mostly on her dime. He's finally picked up a part-time job, which he had an entire year to do so. Hopefully he uses that money to buy his own place. I do allow my child to go over there because I try to be the bigger person, but I must say I'm tired of being the bigger person. They began taking family photos with both infants, and it's embarrassing, but as long as no harm comes to my child, I just keep my mouth closed. The less drama I create, the safer it would be for my child. I know he's trying to get a reaction out of me, but I won't let him. I'll be good and gone, and he'll have to come and visit our child until our child is old enough to go off by himself. As for the other woman, I hope she gets a prenup in the event their relationship goes the distance. I can see him taking her for everything she's worked for, but I don't know, not my problem. So she ends up sending me another quick follow-up, and she says, I also want to clear one thing up. He has a full-time job and a part-time job now. His full-time job is only 2 days a week, which is why there was no excuse for him to get another part-time job having 2 little ones. Now, there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about in this follow-up. First of all, I'm super proud of the writer of this letter. I know you don't know me, but I am so proud of you for doing what's best for you and your child, for not letting this man and his possibly empty threats keep you somewhere that you don't want to be. This man is clearly a user, and he knew what he was getting. So let me get this straight. So now you're telling me he's living in this woman's luxury high-rise apartment, and before that, in your letter, you said that you let him move into your house. This man always seems to find love when he needs a place to stay. He always keeps a woman who's got her stuff together that he can fall back on. One thing that stood out to me is your interest in what's going on with the other woman, both in your original letter and in the follow-up and even the follow-up. You're always like, it's like you want to warn her because you didn't have to tell her the last time. You tried to sit her down. You tried to tell her what kind of man he was. You know, when the man was using her credit cards to help pay for your medical bills, you tried to tell her she didn't care. In this situation, you're saying you hope she gets a prenup, but that's none of your business. You can warn her all you want, but she's okay with this arrangement. See, the way her self-esteem is set up, she's okay with paying for love. She's okay. All she wants to do is take cute pictures as a family with him and the 2 infants. She doesn't care what it looks like behind the scenes. She doesn't care if she has to pay for it. This man had a 2-day-a-week full-time job. How you got a part-time job with full-time responsibilities? 2 days a week is a part-time job. I don't care what they classify it as. I feel like he's living his life by the quote, if you can't love the one you want, love the one you with. That's why he keeps on persisting. That's why he doesn't want you to go. That's why he keeps trying to pursue you, asking you if you're going to try to seduce him and all that. All of that is because he likes the fact that you're a bit of a challenge. She has never been a challenge. She has laid down and been a doormat this entire time. Even you said, I knew she was going to take him back. And he knew it too. She is old faithful. She is reliable. She is as worn in as a house shoe. And at one point, she's going to write me. Right now, she's doing it all for the looks. They both are all about what it looks like. In your original letter, you said this man who barely did anything for the child was posting pictures of your newborn before you even saw your own child. Doting on the child, acting like he's some amazing father. All they want to do is look good online. I know you want to warn her. Or maybe you feel like he doesn't deserve to be as happy as he seems. You said you know he's trying to get a rise out of you. Well, don't let him get it. Don't let him get it. You know he's really not as amazing as he appears to be online. So why even let that bother you? And I feel like it's extremely mature of you and very wise of you not to want to rock the boat. You said, you know, I'm trying to keep the peace even though I don't like certain things. I'm keeping my mouth closed because that's the safest thing for my child, because you know you have to send your child over there and you don't want any animosity. You don't want them mistreating your child. I totally get that. I feel like he wants somebody to make it easy for him. He wants a woman to pick up where his mother left off. And that's why the ex is better suited for him than you are, because you want him to be a man and she's okay raising one. She's okay raising him and her child. And you're like, no, at this age, you should have more together than this. I'm glad that you got yourself together and made the decision to move. You didn't make the decision to be spiteful or to be evil or vengeful or mean. You're not trying to get back at him or be petty. You made the decision because it's the best thing for you and your child. Moving away is where you have your support system. If he really wants to be in your child's life, he's going to have to step it up. Everything is not always going to be easy. That's a lesson that he should have learned a long time ago. But people like his mother probably and this woman, they make it easy for him. He's never had to put in any effort, never had to try. But like you said, you're not going to be bringing your child. He's going to have to come and see the child. You said in your last letter that he has a luxury car. Well, he can take that trip. He can do it. If I were you, I would ask God to take away any feelings at all, any residual feelings of anything. God, when I think of him and her, I want to feel nothing. I just want to wish them all well. I want to be on with my life. And God, when the time is right and when I'm ready, I want you to send me somebody who will come into my life and be a good father figure for my son, somebody who is consistent, somebody who believes in effort, somebody who will love my child like their very own. But God, I know that you can do it because I've done all that I could do to do things the right way. And God, I feel like I'm worthy of your very best. He wasn't it. God, keep me from settling in any situation ever again. Help me to always see the warning signs. Take the rose-colored glasses off of me. Show me. And if I don't listen the first time, God, show me again and again and again. Show me what I need to see. Never let me get this far, this deep with a man who is not from you. With the man whose intentions are not pure for me and my son. Dating is different for you now because it's not just about you. It's also about your son. Who's going to come in here and be the father figure that my child needs? It's like what you're looking for in a man is different. See, that's the difference between you and her. She wants the bare minimum like she's 16 years old. Like the older you get, the more you want. When you're like 16, he just has to be cute. Maybe when you're 18, cute with the car. Maybe 21, cute with the car in his own place. 25, cute with the car in his own place and a decent job. 30, cute with, like you just keep on adding on and on like what you want. And at his age, he should have more going for himself. That's why they say that men typically mature at a slower rate than women do, because mentally you're way older than him, way more mature than him. He's still operating in the spirit of a 21-year-old and you said he's in his 30s. I pray that God showers you with his very best, that he knocks your socks off, that God shows you a love that you've never seen before, that he gives you a peace about the situation, that you don't worry about him or them and you're unfazed when you see them online because you know all that is fake. Pretty pictures don't equal a pretty life. And they know how to make the cutest photos. And life's just a mess in real life. Like, don't worry about that. You did the right thing. And all of us, in the words of Tyra, we were all rooting for you. All right, that is pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to thumbs up if you did. Be sure to let the writer know in the comment section, what do you think of what she said? What do you think about the update, about him living in a luxury apartment with his new girl and posting pictures of her child online? All that. Let me know what you guys think about all that in the comment section below. Be sure to encourage her. And that's what I feel about like the community that I've built here on YouTube. This is a sisterhood. Like when we comment on these letters, a lot of it isn't trying to be malicious and mean. You have prayers and well wishes and encouragement. Like, I love y'all because you guys, you may judge the situation, but you try not to judge the person. If you want to hear more of my opinions on life and love, consider purchasing one of my books. The first one's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book, Breaking the Man Code, The Key to Unlocking His Heart. And my third book, Getting Unstuck, How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. They're all available on Amazon, Kindle, BarnesandNoble.com. And if you want to work with me as your personal life and dating coach, or if you'd like to submit a letter for a chance to possibly have it featured in an upcoming video, send me an email to itscoachshawn@gmail.com. That's itscoachshawn, SHAWN @gmail.com. If you like this video, you'll love my last one. I'll do you a favor and I'll link it for you right here. Be sure to subscribe right here. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.